welcome to another episode of Noob Sauce's Tips, Tricks, and Guides for Mythwar 2. Today we will be learning a little bit of the stuff that you need to know about starting Mythwar, that the game's not the best at laying out for you. So we're just going to start off with the beginning of the game. I made a new character so I could go through this with you all. For advanced players, this really isn't going to do you much good whatsoever, but for any of the newer players out there, you might learn something you didn't know before. Okay, so we're going to start off. We come onto the game and it automatically gives you a quest, and you start up, and here we go. Okay, so over here it gives you a short intro to the quest. Down here it has rewards that you can receive. If you put your mouse pointer over them, it usually will tell you what it is. So for this one we will get 400 experience. One thing I'll point out right now, the requirements. This is usually the location and the requirements of completing the quest. Now the thing to remember about this is this was a Chinese game, or is, however you want to see it, but the encoding and deciphering and translating wasn't their key strong point, I guess is the way to put it. So there's a lot of quests and a lot of typos in this game. Most of them can be overseen and not really be an issue. But as far as doing a lot of the branch quests, the ones that last more than one quest per completion, like if you got a quest with 100 rounds in it, there's certain points that you're really not going to want to stop on. If you're going to stop on a quest that has a multiple branch, always make sure you check it in here and see that it has a decent location of where to start back up again. Okay, moving on. We need to talk to Skill Mentor, so there they are. And yes, we all know it says Kill Mentor. It's not right, but yeah, that's what it says. A lot of the times I wouldn't advise you as a newer player to just skip these, but I already know that they are, so I'm just gonna click through them. Okay. Skill guide, blah 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 blah. Okay, see that green glow? That's an easy indicator saying that you just leveled up. Another indicator is down here. It'll say hit level 2. If your pet levels, it will say pets hit level 2 or whatever. Okay. This is annoying. This has information. I have not really ever seen it besides in the beginning of the game. If there is any other ones, I'm not real sure. Okay, now that was our skill menu. I want to go through this with you because, okay, now see how this says skill and then B? Well, it's not really just B. Anything that it has a cut button, like this one, I believe is A, yeah, it's actually Alt plus that letter. So for this it will be party T, it'll actually be Alt T. Okay, so for the time being, we'll go ahead and do this. This is your inventory. So this is probably your most used button here. Now, the reason why I brought this up is you notice how I see a no gold? Well, a lot of these skills you can do without right now, but you will need them later. Okay, Drain 1. Drain a single target HP and MP. Both male and female Borks have this. The only difference is repel, I believe. Maybe it's protect. I don't remember. It's either repel or protect. They both have reflect. But there is class differences, and there's also sex differences between certain skills. I believe it's only one skill per sex, but it's all skills on classes. Okay, now on lower levels up till I think level 10, you don't get charged any gold, but it does cost talent points, which are right here. Talent points can be obtained through doing Disciples quests, which you have to fight for Maka Sword. If you're familiar with Mythwar 1, that was a major commodity. Other ways is just do quests like New Horizon quests and such, which you will get introduced to right in the beginning. Okay, let's see what else we need to. Okay, game setup. This is definitely something that some people need to do. Okay, a windowed mode. This is the mode I'm running in. I'm sure that you guys could only see full screen mode on this video, but that's because I have a video capturing device that's capturing just this window. If you're running multiple accounts or plan on running multiple accounts, you're definitely going to want to go windowed mode. If you go full screen while you're running multiple accounts, it'll freeze the other accounts. Then you'll have to restart your computer or do some finagling until you can get them shut down. Music setting, you can take this off if you'd like. Full mode, just opposite of windowed mode. Effects setting, unfortunately both of these don't really do a whole lot. There's another video that I made that actually shows you how to take the effects off completely. It's called Mythwar 2 Annie-Off Tutorial. Combat Splash, I honestly don't know what this is. I'm assuming it probably has something to do with the spell effects as well. Resetting Guide, that's just if you want to reset everything. Speech Bubble, that's for this right here. Okay, it don't want to let me move it, but yeah. Okay, so we'll keep that on. Refuse other messages. Okay. If you don't feel like being disturbed, then you can take these off. Receive mail, allow challenge, trade request, party, add a friend, so forth. You can take these off and then save setting, and people will not be able to annoy you. Which, believe me, it definitely comes in handy, especially when you end up finding somebody that is just naturally annoying and won't leave you alone. Okay. Right click selection means you can also right click on certain things and it'll act like a left click. Party, yeah, you're gonna want to leave that on. Okay, until you actually get used to the game, I would definitely take allow challenge off and save setting. There's certain events that provoke, we'll just say, people to challenge you every 5 seconds, especially if you're near a teleporter. Anyways, we'll continue on. Okay, armor. It's pretty standard, but as you can see, armor on body, level 1. That doesn't mean anything. I don't have to be a level 1. If you look at the limit, level 0, that's the level that I have to be to wear it. And then there is race and sex restrictions on most 90% of armors. Duration, I'm not exactly sure what that is. I think at one point it kind of meant as like a durability. You'd have to go repair it, but it was never incorporated, or it's already been unincorporated out of the game. 116 defense, you can left click it and pick it up and drag it and drop it, or you can just right click. Okay. Here, because the video is running pretty close to 10 minutes. I'll be back with probably 2.5 more episodes worth of tutorials. All good information for the person who needs to learn how to run the game properly. If you like it, subscribe. Got any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below or drop me a message. Alright, thanks everyone. See you next time.